The search for knowledge, because I think today we mistaken search for knowledge with getting qualification, because anybody can get a qualification, but not everybody will be educated. Yes. Most people don't know how to search for knowledge, especially in our era. We get these big qualifications and we think we're educated, but we're not. We just have a paper that says we survived 3 years of university or 5 years and got that paper. You passed the exam. You basically fitted the system, but it does not mean you are educated to apply what you have learned.
In our country, I realized that the technology of studying that we're using currently right now is not inappropriate. The thing is, we were taught the study on how to go to school. Hence we find graduates that went to school, then after they seek jobs. If you find a person who did business management to university, then come back with the qualifications, then also come again to a person to seek a job. See, that's the thing that is currently not inappropriate. So in our country, we need to find the technology on how to study.
I asked my teacher, who is Steve Biko? And she was like, we are Sanya when our mas. And I was like, yes, my mas. And there's this private school my cousin went to. It's called Veritas, and I was in a township school. And I asked her, and she's like, oh, we're also doing that at our school. And I was like, who is Steve Biko? Because I'm doing this in my English class and I don't even know this man. So this is what I want to know. In my community, I do go to these youth league meetings. And when you start confronting them, they tell you, hey, don't tell us anything. We didn't struggle to be poor. And I'll be like, but you're my peers. What do you mean you didn't struggle to be poor? So in order for me to stand out there and understand what Kenny Winane was talking about on the open letter to our president, and to understand about the history of our country, and to have the courage, I need to know, who am I? Where do I come from? Because my mother bought a house, Kodisaba Bomi in 95. So I used to play around with white kids. Yet when I go to my grandmother, I play with black kids and they'll be like, Uzenza around. So I need to know, how am I going to know if the education of this country doesn't even teach us about the history of our country?
I think we as EU, we must erase the thoughts, the mentality that we have, because I think democracy made us to be comfortable, and democracy made us to be lazy at some point, and we don't want to think for ourselves. Some people think for us. We don't want to work. You know, in history, they work. They went to a library and they bought books and they read. We don't read. As long as we go, we wake up in the morning, go to work, and at the end of the month, we're fine with that. And that's what's killing us, youth of today.
I have younger siblings who know how to find a whole music album on the internet and download it, but they cannot find application forms for university. They want me to do it for them, but they know how to find an artist's album and download it. And they will tell corporates and they will tell people that, yeah, we're not being given bursaries, these things are not made available to us, but they'll find a song on the internet.
Because people, some people have been oppressed. Yeah. Having to see some people losing their self-esteem. When you get to a situation whereby some people need to train others, yeah, then you see a leader of the certain company becoming a white person, making manuals. With that manual, seeing a white person in front teaching black people. For some, it says, okay, I'm not smarter than whites. Even to see the manual, seeing a leadership being a white person, then the followers being a black person, then it says to that person, you're not smarter than a white person, so you cannot beat a white person in any situation. So that thing, it degrades him. So it prohibits him from being a superior.